Welcome to the Nick question of the day. Guys, today I have a quite simple but quite complex question at the same time. What is your favorite hobby? Now, my hobby is not the most exciting hobby in the world, unfortunately. I think when I tell you my hobby, you will not be infatuated by it. My hobby only requires a pen and a paper. That's it. It's as easy as it gets. My hobby is writing. Now, some of you may think, oh God, writing is so exhausting. And when you guys write essays or stories, you guys despise me for giving you such homework. But actually, I think writing is quite fun. Once you learn how to write a good essay, it is a whole process where every single step of the way, you're describing your thoughts and your emotions on paper. I know a lot of you guys have a very busy schedule now. And when I was your age, the best thing I could do when I came home was take a pen, take a paper, and put my thoughts to paper. It may seem easy, but sometimes we cannot express our emotions to people that are around us. Sometimes they do not conceive or comprehend what we are trying to say. Sometimes they simply don't have the time. And you really require this time. So if, unfortunately, in your life, you didn't have the opportunity as I did in the past to express your emotions to somebody else, writing is an amazing way of expressing those emotions, to putting them down. And trust me, it will be food for thought in the future. Most importantly, though, writing helps me help you. Because you guys are learning how to write. You guys learn how to write stories. You guys learn how to write essays. And some of you are absolutely amazing at it. However, there's always room for improvement. And that is why my hobby helps me help you guys become better. And I think that is the most important thing. But enough about me. What about you guys? What is your favorite hobby? Tell me.
Hello everyone, it's great to see you. Today I am going to tell you about my hobby. So I don't have many hobbies, but my favorite hobby is collecting coins. I think as far as souvenirs go, coins are the best because they're very small, you could put them in your pocket, and you could take them with you anywhere. Also, they're unique because they remind you of all the times that you're on vacation and when something good happened. So here I have many different types of currency. I have money from Hong Kong, I have money from Macau, from China, as well as I have money from South Korea, many different countries. For me, I'm not a very materialistic person, so the things that I like to hold on to are small things like this. This way, if it gets broken, I'm not upset, or if I get lost, I have another one. It's fine. I first started collecting money when I left Canada. And I didn't leave Canada till I was quite old. I left Canada for the first time when I was 24, when I went to Mexico. I went to Mexico on vacation, and I completely forgot to buy any souvenirs, and that is why I ended up with money. But I was happy because little did I know this was going to start a trend I'm still doing today, and it's something I've been consistent at doing for most of my life. The thing that I like most about collecting money is I still have so much to collect. So there's many destinations that I plan on going, I will be visiting, and there's coins I need collecting. Collecting coins can be fun. If you have some of the same ones, you can trade them with your friends, and I think it's a hobby everyone is capable of doing. What can you tell me about your hobby?
Hello everybody, it's Jonathan. I hope you're all doing well at home. Today, what we're going to talk about is hobbies that we have. Now, it's very easy when you talk about hobbies to just say, oh, well, I like to do this, I like to do, namely computer games, or I like to just play games or walk in the park. There's a lot more than it than just that, especially for me, because I am a gamer. Like, my hobbies involve games. Most of you, when you hear that, will instinctually go, ah, he plays all the computer games. And yes, I do play a lot of computer games, but my real heart and passion are in other kind of games, board games, card games, tabletop games, where people have to come together to play the game. There's nothing wrong with playing a computer game, but you are slightly isolated. Yes, I know, you can play games with lots of different people, multiplayer online games, sure, but there's something much nicer about having the people in front of you that you can interact with when you're playing a game. In fact, I love them so much that several years ago, when I was back in England, I even had a game shop specifically for board games and card games and tabletop games so people can come along and play together. And it was a really beautiful endeavor because I did get to build communities and have people come together in the same way that Lux English has brought all of you together. And I know that some people have made friends here just from having a place that you come physically together to be able to participate. And that's what I really enjoy about board and card games. Some of my favorite board games are things like Ticket to Ride, Catan, some of them you probably know, but also a few more obscure games that you have to dislocate your tongue to be able to pronounce correctly. But I also am a huge fan of card games like Magic and table games like, well, Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, I'm that kind of guy.
Hello, Eddie here, back again to talk to you some more. I hope that you're having fun at home, and I hope that you have some time to enjoy your favorite hobbies. That is what we are talking about today. I'm going to talk to you about my favorite hobby. Now, of course, I have lots of different hobbies. Like everybody, I like to watch movies and TV, I like to read books, I like to listen to music and to play songs on my guitar, I like to watch and play sports, and of course I like to travel. But my number one favorite hobby at the moment is learning languages. Now, this all started when I began learning French in high school. At first, French was just any other school subject for me, but it quickly became something that I enjoyed doing. My homework was fun, I enjoyed learning extra stuff by myself that I didn't have to learn at school, and it became one of my favorite hobbies. I enjoyed studying French all through high school, and as soon as I started university after school, I also picked up German. As soon as I was studying 2 languages, of course I wanted to start studying more, and since I was learning German, I've tried to learn as many languages as I can. All of the languages in the world are fascinating to me, and I try and learn a little bit of as many as I can. For a while, I tried to learn some Welsh, which is an interesting language from the United Kingdom that was the language of my grandparents. In fact, the first real word I ever spoke was in Welsh. The first word was golau, which is the Welsh word for light. Now, since then, of course, I have moved to Russia, so now I am trying to learn the Russian language, which is by far the most difficult language I have studied, but it is still fun and a rewarding challenge for me at the moment. So what about you? What are your favorite hobbies? Do you also like learning languages? What languages do you study apart from English?